Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Eunice Mathis with Florida Training Academy, and today is October the 4th. I can't believe how fast this year is flying. And we have two wonderful entrepreneurs. One is Jackie from Daytona, and then we have Marguerite from right here in Jacksonville also. And we're going to do our business development course. And so, whether you are interested in taking CNA exam prep, trainer courses, or CPR instructor courses, we offer both of those at Florida Training Academy. But after you take those courses, you still sometimes don't understand the business behind actually being a CPR instructor or the business behind being a CNA instructor. So we are here to bridge that gap. And our website is FL as in Florida training.com. As far as myself, my name is Eunice Mathis. I've been a nurse now for 25 years. I've been doing the exam prep and CPR courses for over 15 years. And of course, we all are working parents. So you hear the little one in the background. She has entrepreneur skills also. And so she's going to chime in whenever she wants. All right. And so, Miss Jackie, would you please introduce yourself? If you'll tell us your name, the name of your business's website, and maybe, what sets you apart from your competitors. I'll go first. We offer fast and affordable training to people globally. So it doesn't matter where you're located. We have a course or a certification that, more than likely will benefit you. So Jackie, your name, your business, your website, and what sets you apart.
My name is Jacqueline Butler. I'm a registered nurse. My business name is JMG Academy Training Center. Our website is www.jmgacademy.com. Our email is jmgacademy2@gmail.com. What sets our business apart, once, is affordable for the community. And I also offer to help those who have issues with their background, to help them press forward and to be able to get their background expunged, sealed, or whatever the case may be, so they'll be able to sit for the state exam.
And that is so beneficial. So welcome, Jackie. Is it okay if I call you Jackie?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, perfect. And Marguerite, if you'll please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Marguerite Saint Jean. I'm a licensed nurse in my country. I come from Haiti, but now I live in Jacksonville. I'm a CNA. Okay, I want to put my own business to help my country people, Haitian people.
Wonderful. Do you have a business name yet, or are you just in the starting stages?
Yes. My business name is Bewaka Global Training Center. Okay, that means benediction. I don't know, benedictions of God.
I love that. All right, I love it. And so, what languages do you speak? Because all of that would be
French and Creole.
French, Creole, and English.
And English.
All right, so happy to have you. And one more question for you, Marguerite. Do you have any previous business experience?
No. This is my first experience.
Okay. What do you plan on doing?
I want to put a training on CNA and CPR. Okay, I want to put a school to help the Asian people. Okay.
So right now, outside of CNA, do you have any instructor credentials?
No.
Okay. And so the way that we are going to organize this business development course is going to be separate. I would prefer that you actually attend the course once you actually have your credentials, because you'll understand some information, but it'll make more sense once you're certified. So do you have pen and paper with you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So everybody, again, welcome and thank you for introducing yourself. I sent out to you via email different documents, and it was the packet for the business course. Do you all have those packets with you? Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And so when it says fast start, that's like the name. I do a lot of things, as you all know. I try to use every talent that God gives me. I will not bury one talent. If He gave me a talent, I'm going to try to use it. I may not be able to use them all at one time, But something else that I love to do is I love to develop and help entrepreneurs grow their businesses. And so when we start talking about our agenda, when it speaks of starting a business, sole proprietorship versus LLC, Jackie, correct me if I'm wrong, you're already incorporated. Is that correct as a LLC or
Yes,
an
ma'am.
corporation?
Yes.
Okay. And so, Marguerite, you don't have to unmute, but you want to be looking at how you want to organize your business. And so, a lot of people just starting off will organize by being a limited liability corporation. And that's what we call an LLC. And that's
Okay.
what's on the very front page, on the
Okay.
first one on the agenda, LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an accountant, I'm not a tax professional, but there are some benefits to you being a limited liability company or your business being incorporated as an LLC. For example, if my business got sued, there'd be protection for me because my business is its own entity because it's an LLC. If you do sole proprietorship, all the income that your business earns also flows through to you. So if somebody has to sue your business or if there's a business loss, it all ends up coming out of your pocket. So when you think of an LLC, you are an entity and your business is a separate entity. So it provides some tax or some liability protection there. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what most people do. And the way that you would set up your LLC, let me know if I'm going too fast. In the state of Florida, you would go to Sunbiz,
Yeah, Sundays.
SUNBIZ
Okay.
.org,
Okay.
sunbiz.org.
Mm-hmm.
And and at some point, once you actually incorporate, that process is now slower because of the limited staff, but they'll send you your certificate of status. That means that your business, the name you chose, everything else, you're actually going to be registered as a business in the state of Florida. Once you do that and you have those documents, and you also would need an EIN. An EIN is your employer identification number. So an EIN is your employer identification number.
Okay.
You would get that from irs.gov.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order for you to get a business bank account, you have to be incorporated or as a sole proprietorship if you decide to go that route. You have to be incorporated. And then on top of that, you have to have your EIN number from the IRS. Once you have those two documents, you can take it to a credit union or a traditional bank. And usually, if you go to a credit union, they only charge a $5 deposit or only require you to deposit $5, and you can open up your business credit, business
Oh,
banking account. So that when you send invoices and you're requesting payment, you would actually have a bank where all these payments go. You do not want to be mixing your personal and your business funds together. They should be separate funds. If you start off right, it just makes your life easier. All right. So any questions on those first three things? So you already got homework. You have your business name. Make sure you have the business website. Go and get that domain. Do you have a
okay.
website yet?
No, not yet. I don't have the website.
Okay, so I want you to write the word domain, DOMAIN. You want to go and get your domain. And
Okay.
what I use is usually GoDaddy, GoDaddy.com.
Go daddy. Yeah.
Mhm. Because you don't want to be putting out what your business's name is without making sure that the website is available.
Okay.
Because, it could be so many other people who have that name already, even though it's very unique. So, Jackie, do you have any questions about the actual startup part of the business, the LLC, the banking? Do you have any questions there?
Not yet. That's already completed.
Okay. Um, Jackie, do you already have what you feel is sufficient business credit?
No.
Okay. I would highly recommend Jack's Navy or Navy Federal. Excuse me, I think it's Navy Federal. And I'll make sure. Yes, it is Navy Federal. If you do not have a personal account there, go ahead and establish a personal account. Because usually before all these changes in the credit tightening, they were pretty lenient with giving business credit. But how my business is able to float is because I have business credit. So when things get slow, I'm not really panicking because I can access a credit card or I can access a line, a cash advance. So I would highly recommend another option because you're established is going to be Fundbox, Fundbox. So that's the importance of you actually separating your business account from your personal account because they're going to be looking at your business transactions and how much money is going into your business account. And based off of those receipts, they're going to say, okay, well, you qualify for a $5,000 or a $10,000 line of credit. And you don't have to use it all at once. Once you pull from it, it's like a revolving line of credit. So you can always use it for your payroll or for your expenses. Or if things are slow and you can't pay your rent on your unit that much, you can just pull from that line of credit. Marguerite, it may be a while before you get there unless you want to use your personal credit. But the reason why I'm encouraging you to get that EIN for your business is because that's like your business's social security number. And
Okay.
once you become more established, you're not giving out your personal social security number. You're giving out your business's EIN instead because your business will be creating its own lines of credit
Okay.
and also a credit history.
And what you said, Naval Federal, and what was the other one?
Fund, FUND is in dog,
Oh, yeah, I got
box.
that one. I thought you
Mhm.
mentioned two banks.
Um, I misspoke and I said Jack's Navy, but they changed their
Okay.
name to Navy Federal. Okay.
And so what if I already have a checking account, my business account already?
You
Should
can
I?
try with your traditional bank. Some of the banks are not as friendly
Yeah,
to
okay.
business owners as Navy Federal.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So any questions there? All right. So let's go to the next one, marketing strategies. Jacqueline, how did you find out about me or Florida Train Academy?
Um, the website, for one, the website, and then I was introduced to you by Paige. Um,
Okay.
some I think 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. And then I just started
Marguerite, will you mute until it's time for you to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
then
All
I,
right.
I started
Let's
going on YouTube and I just started noticing your YouTube videos that I really haven't noticed before. And then I reviewed the training, a business. You did a seminar, a little something about business, starting a business and the ups and downs, whatever. And then so I just kept reviewing and following. And then when I went through your website, I seen business course. And I said, okay. So the website and your YouTube videos. And then
Perfect. Perfect.
yeah,
So what I'm going to say to abbreviate that is Google is your friend
right.
because you would not have found my website if I weren't on Google. And Google owns YouTube. So
Okay.
I want you to think about everything it took for me to actually show up in Daytona because you're not in Jacksonville. I showed up in Daytona. And I want you to be thinking about how you could be recruiting students using Google and YouTube in your like tri-county area. You don't have to try to be national. I've been doing this for a long time. So if you can just dominate your local market by being the one who shows up on the main page or at least the first three in a Google search, that's how people are going to find you. But if you're not posting, if you're not adding photos to Google, they're going to treat you like you don't exist because to them, you don't. People who are more active, more engaged with Google are going to receive the higher number, a higher ranking. They call it SEO, search engine optimization. And that's how people are going to be able to find your business. So, right now, what are you using the market?
What do I use?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Facebook, Instagram. I do have a Google when you pull it up, but I'm not like one of those ones near me. That's one of my weakness of marketing, which was our other partner priority, and I guess we'll discuss that later. But
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of left that at the other partner handling that. When it didn't happen, then I start tuning in and just getting online, trying to make a Google account, whatever. I feel that I do need a person to help me with that because I'm just not savvy with it. I have done a lot on my own, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, like you're saying, you know, you need to post pictures all the time. You need to uh, be out there. I do know when I type in JMG Academy or when I type in CNA near me, I don't feel that I'm up in that category.
Okay. All right. And so, one more thing I want to add to that, because you mentioned Facebook and what other social media platform?
Well, that I don't use much, but I had my niece posting on Instagram. Um,
Okay.
I did get advice to go real, rural or real, but like I said, I'm just feeling my way with the marketing part. I
Have
do
you
a lot
posted
of
your classes as events on Facebook?
yes, I post my schedule,
Okay.
classes. When I do a schedule, I post it on Facebook. I do pass out information. I have an we have my family have an event center. I usually announce my business in there and post on give out information, pamphlets or something.
And
Um,
then, no, I have questions. Sorry to keep
go ahead.
interrupting.
Go ahead.
Is is most of your audience from one particular denomination or ethnicity?
Most.
So I need for you to start making content that is universally appealing. And so if I don't believe in having a black business. I have a business.
Okay.
And so when you shift your mindset, you're going to start attracting students from different cultures and backgrounds. Money is green. I don't care what color that student is. You are a nurse. You can train them. So
Mhm.
now, when you go back and you start posting, or whenever you start posting on Google, I want you to keep that in mind. And if all your pictures only show a person from one ethnicity or one socioeconomic group, you are limiting your income as a business owner.
Right.
So, I make sure I let the students know you think you're taking a CNA course, but I'm actually teaching pre nursing and pre med courses. I'm teaching you the basics. So I'm already putting it in their mind that, oh, this is not where we're staying. We need to go higher. And because I'm posting that online, I just don't get CNA students. Google now knows that, hey, if you're interested in nursing, they're still going to send you back to Florida Training Academy. If you're interested in going into the medical field, they're going to send you to Florida Training Academy because of the wording I put in my ads.
Okay.
Okay, all right, all right. Any questions? And we will make sure that we do a deep dive when we exit, when the camera's cut off. Any questions right now?
No.
We'll create your marketing strategy. All right, Marguerite, tell me about what strategies you're going to be using to market your business.
Um, um, this is my first time on business. I can, I will use the social media, but I don't know the best social media to use, okay?
The
Because
best
this is
is whichever one you are familiar with and whichever
okay,
one you have the most followers on, the most
okay.
influence on. So which ones do you use the most?
Facebook,
Okay.
yeah, Facebook. Mhm.
And is your Facebook audience full of people who will support you or people who will criticize you?
Um, People to follow me. I have a lot of people, okay, to
You
follow
have a
me.
lot of people. Okay. So, and that's really important when you're advertising. Sometimes the people who are closest to you will be the last to support you. So don't become upset if that should happen. Just know it, expect it, and then I still need you to keep advertising. When business gets slow, Jackie and Marguerite, I need you to advertise more.
Okay.
Right.
When business gets slow, you advertise more. You don't advertise less.
Mm-hmm.
So Facebook, where are all the young people? Are they on Facebook, Marguerite?
Yes, I have young people.
Research is indicating that most of your younger audience is on TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
TikTok.
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 You have to advertise on TikTok. So with Facebook, I get more mature audiences. I get people who are in my age group.
Mhm.
But I like to think that I can train anyone with a pulse. And so anyone with a pulse includes a 17-year-old who turns 18 next month who needs their CNA certification because they want to go to nursing school. So she's not going to be on Facebook. She's going to be on TikTok.
TikTok.
And
Okay.
that's where she's going to start her research. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and get a TikTok account. And it sounds like it would make sense to have a TikTok business account, but I'm not going to recommend that. I recommend a TikTok personal account so you can use the latest music, so you can actually attract the younger audience. Otherwise, you get those commercial sounds which aren't as appealing to young people.
Mhm.
Look at y'all. Y'all got so much homework, Lord. Y'all got to make some TikTok videos. Miss Jackie, I cannot wait to see your TikTok video. And you don't have to do too much dancing. I don't do a whole bunch of dancing. I just do skills. But the people who do dance, Marguerite, they usually have more followers. So I don't have that many TikTok followers. I've not had anyone who's told me that they saw my business on TikTok. What I have had are students who told me they saw my videos or something on Pinterest or on Instagram because someone shared them. And so those are sites I'm not using, but I'm happy that people actually sharing the video. So I need you to make shareable content.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think is going to be the easiest for you to do? Do you know how to create an ad?
Oh, me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you say?
Do you know how to create an ad? We're telling you to post on social media, but do you know how to create an ad on social media?
Um,
Do you
no,
know
I
how to
don't.
do graphics? Do you know how to make the image of
Mm-mm.
you standing there with a stethoscope, take a photo, clear out the background? The
No.
website you want to go to is called Canva. It is
Okay.
Canva. Canva,
EA. Uh-huh.
mhm, canva.com.
Okay.
If you go to YouTube, there's this wonderful couple. They show you how to do everything Canva. So
Okay.
believe it or not, all of my videos, majority of my videos, they're either I either use Canva or CapCut, CapCut.
Okay. Canva. I will use Canva to create my background. Yeah.
You'll use Canva to create your whole ad. So you can add your letters, you can add, CPR and CNA training. You
Okay.
cannot use the word school because in your introduction you said you want to open up a school. According to Florida statutes, you have to be a registered nurse in order to
Okay.
train CNA. So you
Okay.
want to be
Okay.
really careful with the terminology you use. You are not a school. You
Okay.
are a exam prep instructor. But before
Okay.
you instruct anything, you want to make sure you really understand it because you don't want to give your business a bad reputation before it even gets started.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you can have that passion of wanting to help people in your community, but sometimes the way to help people in your community is to refer them to somebody who really knows how to do it or to sit and be tutored because you attended a class and it seems easy. It's not easy when you have people who don't speak English as well, who do not read English as well, who have criminal backgrounds, as Jackie was just telling you. And now you have to get them from the point where they are to actually testing and passing. Because a lot of people can walk into the test site, but not everybody passes their exam. And so you don't want to advertise to everybody. Everybody's not your customer. You want to advertise to those people who are more likely to pass. Otherwise, they need to go to CNA school for real. They need to go to school for 120 hours because you cannot save everybody. You cannot help everybody. You are a limited resource. The
Okay.
benefit is that you are bilingual, but the test is not given in French. The test is given in English.
English. Okay.
Okay. All right. Any questions there with your marketing strategies? Use Canva to add. And I need for you all to send me your ads within 3 days. I need to see an ad from you all. That's homework.
Mhm.
Yes. Nod heads.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you recommend, like I say, that's one of my weakness. So do you recommend getting somebody to help you with, I mean, that be able to keep
No,
up
ma'am.
with you?
I
Okay.
sit in the driveway at Iliano's. It's a coffee spot here in Jacksonville. And I know that if I'm in that line, I'm in that line for 5 to 10 minutes. Go ahead and unmute, Marguerite. I'm in that line for 5 to 10 minutes. And so within 5 to 10 minutes, I can create a TikTok video or I can create an ad on Canva. So by the time you get through paying somebody to do all this stuff and waiting for a 3 day turnaround, you're going to be so good at it till like you wake up and you create something. God is going to give you ideals in your sleep. You just have to wake up and actually implement those ideals. You don't want to wake up and have to send somebody $20 and wait 3 days to
Yeah.
implement something you could do on your own.
You're right. I just don't like being on video. but but I'm getting over that.
I think you're beautiful. I love your haircut, and how many people are you going to attract with that wonderful personality and that nursing degree? So go ahead and
Yeah.
put that. All right.
Okay.
All right, so 3 days, everybody. I need you to send me it could be today, whenever you get it done. It's not about it being perfect. I think everybody wants to do things perfectly. My videos be sucking. I do not have an Apple iPhone. I refuse to get one. I use my Androids, and people are like, oh, the quality isn't that good. For what I do, I just train people. If they wanted good quality, they go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to press record or to take a photo of yourself and then upload that photo.
And I'm
'Cause
glad you said that because that's one of my issues, thinking that the advertisement I don't have or the flyer I don't have is not perfect. So I'm glad you said that because that makes
yes,
sense.
most people are going to buy or shop with people they trust. So you trusted Paige. However you found Paige. Paige referred you back to me. And then even though initially you thought you were going through Paige, you didn't understand we actually work together. Now you're back with Eunice again with her imperfect videos. This video is going to be imperfect, but it's going to provide knowledge to somebody else, somebody who's in the same position you are, who doesn't want to press record, or somebody who's interested in helping those from their own community who is like, man, I don't even know how to start a business. Look, right now we already know how to incorporate in Florida, how to get our EIN number. We're going to get our domain, and we're going to use Facebook for a more mature crowd, and then TikTok for the younger crowd. All right.
So you want us to send you a video or a flyer?
Whichever one. So you said real or short is that vertical, the long way, less than a minute.
Oh,
Just put some videos together. CapCut has little templates and stuff. Put some of your photos together. It will put all the photos into a video, upload some music, put the name of your business on there, your website, your phone number. You're done. Don't make it hard.
okay.
All right. Marguerite, do you have any questions about that part?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right. And so we've already touched on the business credit building. You all can get a business credit card once you have your EIN from almost anywhere. I have gas cards. And so, like, if you want to go to Shell or Gate, whatever the Gate website is, you want to look for their business programs or their business credit. Those are some of the easiest cards to get. Just make sure that you pay them off within 2 weeks. So, for example, if I know that I'm going to be, working, going to be doing classes off site, I'll use my business gas card, go ahead and fill up, but I'm going to pay it off within 2 weeks. Don't treat it like your regular credit card and try to, have the payment or have the balance there for 28 days. That is how you build business credit. A lot of people don't like to use their own personal credit in order to build their business credit, but you're just starting off. Sometimes you have no choice. You have to do what you have to do. And so you may have to initially start entering your own social security number because you're going to be what they call like the guarantor. In case the business doesn't pay, you're going to be responsible for paying, but it won't always be like that if you take care and you actually build your business credit. So usually gas cards are the easiest. You can go to Quill, 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 and usually they'll give you like net 30 terms, which means that they will front you supplies. During the pandemic, all those sanitizers and disinfectants and stuff that were really hard to purchase, I went ahead and I got them off of quill.com. But I was able to use net 30 terms, which means they would send me the items and I had like 30 days to pay them back. So it's not a credit card, but it is like an internal line of credit that will get your business through. Jackie, do you have business credit with Amazon?
No.
Okay, I will
I,
remind, I'll put a
I
note
just
to
set
send
up.
you that link.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll put myself a note to send you that link to get business credit on Amazon. I'll send it to you also, Marguerite. But again, I don't know what your personal credit's like. So Jacqueline, because you already have an established business, it will make sense for you to have business credit with Amazon. And so Amazon's kind of funny. Like you don't know that they actually offer business credit. Somebody has to tell you, they send you the link, and then you can apply for business credit. And if they don't give you an actual card, they also have net 90 terms where they give you 90 days to pay off your balances.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's do our SWOT analysis. All right, so SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So does everyone have their SWOT analysis? It's gonna look like this. The SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
All right. So the following page, my papers are all out of order here, so I apologize. I want you to start writing at least two of your strengths, two of your weaknesses, two opportunities, and two threats, one of which you have to say aloud. So go ahead and start writing them out. I need something in each column. And if you don't see the paper, because I see my papers out of order, just write it on the side of the actual SWOT analysis. And Marguerite, even though you are a new business owner, you still have strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Because one of your strengths is that you're trilingual. I can barely speak English sometimes, and you're speaking three languages. So, imagine how many different videos you could create in different languages. Okay. All right. So, do you have something written in each box for your SWOT analysis, Marguerite? Do you have something written in each box?
Oh, okay. No, not
I
yet.
want you to actually write something. Strengths, write at least two strengths, two weaknesses,
Okay. Two opportunities.
two opportunities, and two threats. And I'm
Okay.
going to mute. And Jacqueline, it seems like you'll be done first. So whenever you're done, Jacqueline, if you'll give us one item from each box.
You ready for it now? You want it now?
If you're ready, I'm ready.
Oh, okay. So one of the strengths I have, I would say good customer service. Okay. My weakness, marketing, getting on camera, putting myself out there. I done name a couple of opportunity. I have two opportunities. I have a free location,
That's amazing.
and I have access to free camera equipment. I know. And the threat part is myself, not stepping out.
So the mindset.
The mindset, yes.
Do you realize that if most of the younger generation, they're used to being recorded? So you really don't have to be on camera.
Right. And I thought about that. I mean, I said I don't have to do it myself. I could just, yeah, I know. I know.
You're gonna do it though, because you got 3 days. They need to see a video, an ad. If you can do both, that's fantastic.
I'm
Because
gonna do
once you create one ad or one video, you repurpose them. So I'm everywhere with one video. I post that one video on every social media platform. You connect your Facebook so that when you post on Facebook, it automatically posts to, I think it's Instagram. I don't utilize Pinterest much, but I do have a Pinterest account. And again, you would think Pinterest is only pictures, but people actually go there for information and knowledge. And the younger generation needs information in little short spurts. And so, how we can sit there and take an hour course and actually learn from it. Like this one video, if we were advertising to a younger person, it have to be like probably 15 little short clips because they're not going to sit there for the full hour. Okay. All right. And Marguerite, are you ready, dear? Do you have your SWOT completed?
Yeah. About strengths, my customers believe in me.
Very
Okay, I
good.
offer a good product. I offer a good product. My weaknesses are marketing. I done good at marketing. Okay.
And then what are
Mhm.
your threats?
Mhm. My opportunities, I can use different language to give my product.
Okay. And be careful saying product because you're not offering a product right now. You're
Okay.
offering a service.
Software. Okay, service.
Service. Yes, yes.
And my traits, oh,
You're a newbie. You don't know what you don't know. You have so much to learn. Just take a deep breath. You have a lot to learn. You're starting off, and the finances, because you're talking about opening up a whole training facility
mhm,
with, Jackie has a free building. That is a blessing. So you actually got to figure out your location, your insurances, your equipment, and I'll make sure I send you the equipment list at the end of the video. So what I do is I give you all homework, but it also gives me homework. So I'll give you all the links to the Amazon
mhm.
business credit link, and then I'll also send you the equipment list so that you can start looking at the prices. And when you get your equipment list, Marguerite, don't freak out. A lot of people try to do what I do. I've been doing this for 15 years. I didn't start off teaching everything.
Right.
I can teach so many classes because not only did I have bedside experience that I can refer back to, but I didn't teach ACLS, BLS, PALS, PET CPR, instructor courses, and CNA all at one time. I learned one, I added on. I learned one, I added on. And now, by the time you look at it now, 15 years later, oh my God, this nurse is teaching all of these courses, but I didn't learn it or buy all of the equipment at one time. If you are trying to compete with somebody who is established, you are going to drive yourself crazy. You are in your own race at your own pace, and no one knows your income level except for you. Okay. So, when nurses try to compete with me and I will give them the best information I have, they end up closing down their businesses because they tried to do too much too soon. They didn't even know if the business was viable yet. A viable business means that in my mindset, within 3 months, it needs to at least be paying for its own location. It may not be paying me a salary, but I can't be opening up my doors and only breaking even in month number 6. By month number 4, I need to be seeing some revenue being generated, preferably by month number 1. But if you don't open up correctly, if you don't know how to advertise, which is why I'm so proud of you for taking this course, you actually put the horse in front of the car. What most people do is they see these shiny objects. Oh, I want a training business. And they put that in front of actually doing the leg work and they end up going broke. So you need to research how much a location is going to cost, how much the insurance is going to cost. Because if you don't have those two, you won't have a business. Jackie, what do you think the next course is that you're going to add to your curriculum?
Right now, I want to add. So I'm doing the BLS
Mm-hmm.
certification, but I need to add because the community is calling me the first aid
Okay.
for daycare
And
camps.
that's really easy. So you can either come under us. We're an ASHI training center. In addition to American Heart Association, it's going to sound really strange, but I'm not loyal. I teach what I teach. Nobody owns me. And so, what I want you to think about is those daycare centers, they're usually not the ones who make a whole bunch of money. And so, we
Right.
know that if we give them the American Heart Association product, we have to charge them prime pay because of how much our expenses are. So, there are other brands that, and it's all based off of national research. Usually, DCF accepts, that's Department of Children and Families.
Right.
Usually they accept multiple brands of CPR. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because if one brand goes out of business, it's like I'm still a CPR instructor. I still have all this knowledge. I have all this equipment. And so if you come under us as far as the actual training center, the only benefit is that you don't have to buy the videos right away. You get access to our videos. But you
Okay.
can actually just go and open up your actually training center. But then in order for you to teach first aid, you have to spend $300 to buy their videos.
Okay.
So, it'll be a way if you come in under us, it's a way for you to actually see the videos, to understand the
Okay.
course. And then if you like it, because I love teaching ASHI courses, if you like it, that's when you can be like, okay, I'm going to have my ASHI training center. So, in
Okay.
order for you to be a valuable CPR instructor, ladies, you give the students the brand that they need, and you are not loyal to one brand. Okay.
Okay.
All right. When are you going to take your CPR instructor course, Marguerite?
Mm, yes, I will take my CPR instructor course in the end of this month. Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you going to take it with us or with another company?
Mm, yes, at Florida Training Center, I can take it.
You
Yeah.
can take it.
Mhm.
I'm letting you know now, I'm mean, but I'm loving. I'm like that stern nurse because when you're going out here and you're teaching people, we have to make sure you know the right terminology. And so it can be frustrating, especially if you took a course with an instructor who have taught. I'm not saying that the place you went to isn't good. I'm just saying that you're going to see a difference when you cross over to the Florida Training Academy family,
Yeah.
how we actually teach our courses and how thorough we are. Because when you give someone a card with your name on it, if they go out and they don't do CPR properly, you can
Mhm.
be sued, which is why you have to have business insurance and an LLC and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. Because you don't, again, don't want a bad reputation, you don't want a lawsuit, but you definitely just don't want to be out there giving out cards because we need our providers, the people who are certified in CPR, to actually know what they're doing and to be willing to act if there is a cardiac or a health
Mhm.
emergency. So Jacqueline, that's easy for you, dear. You should be teaching first aid. You just need the access to the videos and then the first aid equipment. So I'll be sending you that link also. And so the link is going to be, it's going to be like a whole bunch of links. Don't freak out. Just click what you need. If you don't buy everything at one time, remember once you get the Amazon credit, you could be buying your equipment and then you'd have 90 days to pay it back.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, since my pages are unorganized, what is after your SWOT analysis? What's the next page?
Oh, I think it's the smart goals.
More goals.
Goals.
I had to
Well,
pull myself back on email.
yeah, I don't know what happened with my pages. All right, so you all with your SMART goals, you all have pretty much told me what your goals are. I gave you homework as far as your videos or your ads, but I need for you all to at least write one SMART goal, and I want you to do this regularly because this holds you accountable to yourself. What I do is I usually have pieces of paper and it looks so unorganized, but I'll have a piece of paper. I may write 20 items on that piece of paper, but that piece of paper is going to be next to me, kind of like your nursing brain, how you have like your little worksheet where you have all your patient's information on it. And if I write something down, I cannot throw that sheet of paper away until there's a mark or a check next to every item indicating that it's been done. And so if it takes me 2 weeks, I still have that same sheet of paper because some things are going to have more priority than others. When you're trying to prioritize everything you have to do for your business, I need you to go for the lowest hanging fruit first. The lowest hanging fruit is going to be the fruit that's the most easiest for you to achieve. That's going to give you the most value. So if it's not adding you value, if it's not adding you money, I don't want you going for it initially. Okay, so I want you to give me a smart goal. Tell me something that you're going to do. It needs to be specific It needs to be measurable, like, within 2 weeks, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I need each of you to give me at least one SMART goal. And go ahead and write it down because I'm holding you accountable to you. Your name is no longer Miss Jackie. Your name is the blessed lady with a free training building with access to camera equipment. That is your new name. So, Miss Lady, Miss Blessed Lady, what's your SMART goal?
So my SMART goal is to have by January, and this will be, you'll understand this probably when we talk later, by January, that I will be offering not just BLS and CPR with AED, but I will also be offering first aid. By January, I plan on having all the equipment. I plan on doing the training, make sure I'm
Very good.
trained, and have the equipment to be able to offer to be able to
Expand
market.
services. Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
expand your services. Yes.
But they
And
have
had
to
I
see
known
that's
that
great.
that was an issue, we could have talked about that offline because an instructor, it's amazing. I just thank God that I think because we're nurses, we just know how to handle a whole bunch. So my son, he had an emergency yesterday. We're in the ER. I'm still, got the computer out, looking at him, looking at the heart monitor, reminding the nurse there who's drawing his blood that even though he's an adult size, those veins are really small. So, hey, he may need a pediatric needle. Hey, you're not getting a lot of blood. You probably want to use pediatric tubes without being disruptive, without being
Right.
rude. But she looked at his size, and even with the vein finder, you couldn't find his veins. So that should have told you right there, like, hey, we can't use adult IVs on him or adult venipuncture equipment. And so one other person called me yesterday, and they have an opportunity to get a contract with a city utility company, a county's utility company. And she said that she didn't want to actually go after the contract because she didn't have what she needed, or she didn't feel like she could do it by herself. And I had to remind her, we have a family. You are never doing this by yourself. If you don't have enough equipment, if you get the contract and pay people fairly, we'll be willing to travel and help you with our own equipment. And so, just having that conversation with her for 5 minutes, even though I was having my little issue that day, and my son is fine now, I was able to give her guidance. And so, if you do have a question like that, don't hesitate to reach out. Even if I am busy, I'll just schedule a time to communicate with you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Marguerite, it's your turn, dear. What are your SMART goals? I see the smile. That's good.
Okay, my SMART goals for my business are the first, why this goal is important for me. Okay. The second, how will I measure my success?
Okay. Now, so what goal is important to you? What's your SMART goal? So we're
This
not like
goal, mhm.
the school. Be careful. You can't say school. You got to get that out your mind because you're not a what?
Okay.
What do you have to be to train CNAs at a school?
You say, can
In
you
order
repeat?
to in order to train CNAs in a school setting, because you keep calling your business a school, what type of nursing license do you need?
Oh, okay. In my country, I am a licensed nurse. I um studied.
A licensed nurse in your country? Are you
Yeah.
going back to Haiti to teach, or are you going to be teaching here in Jacksonville?
No, in Jacksonville, I will take my NCLEX exam. Okay.
For
I want to take
LPN or for
no for
LPN?
RN for RN.
Okay. So
Mhm.
until you are a nurse, do
Yes.
not, and until you are actually registered with the Florida Commission of Independent Education, which means
Okay.
you have spent thousands of dollars and had your site survey,
Okay.
do not use the term school or you will get sued. Shut down. False advertisement.
Okay.
What you were in your home country is not what you are in the US. And I
No.
want sure we make
Mhm.
that very, very clear because if you say the wrong terminology, someone's going to report you, and it's probably going to be a community college here
Okay.
who actually is a school that's commissioned. And so look at the terms we use. We're a CNA instructor, we're a CPR instructor.
Okay.
We own training facilities. We are not using the term school. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you're going to
That's
open
good
up a
for me.
training facility
Mhm.
within how many months or weeks? Because
You
it has
say?
to be measurable. Measurable within what time frame are you going to
Oh,
be opening
okay.
the facility?
Mm-hmm. How will I measure my progress, my success? Okay.
Hmm. But I need to hear a concrete number. 3 months, 6 months. Jackie said January. When do you plan on opening up your training facility?
Mm, in 4 months.
Okay. I
Mhm.
need you to put that down.
Okay.
I'm watching you. I don't see that pen moving. Remember, you're part of us. We're accountable. So you're going to open up your training facility within 4 months. Is
Mhm.
that achievable? Do you have the finances? And if not, change your measurement.
If I have the finances, we say?
If you don't have the finances, that's not achievable. You may have to extend it out some. So instead of you actually opening up a training facility, maybe you need to be offering mobile classes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Relevant. Yes, it's relevant. And then time bound. How long should it take to accomplish its goals, which we just talked about?
Relevant. Um.
So let's
Okay.
say it takes
Mhm.
$5,000 for you to open up. That's what your equipment and that's what your first month's security deposit, etc. in your unit. That's just $5,000 and that's super cheap. When would you have the $5,000 to allocate just to your training facility? And so that's how I want you to be thinking about your SMART goals. Because if you open up and you don't have the money to sustain your business, what's going to happen to your business?
Down.
And you just wasted $5,000. So slow progress is better than being shut down.
Mhm.
So don't open up prematurely. No one's
Mhm.
rushing you. Remember, this is your race. You don't have to compete with anyone else. And a lot of CPR instructors start off mobile. Unless you can get blessed like Miss Jackie and you partner with your church, and maybe they will let you use one of their rooms for free. But usually, free is not free. Free means that you're training the congregation, you're giving back. You don't
Mhm.
ever want to be a leech. You
Right,
always add
right,
value. Okay.
absolutely.
Yep.
Right. So we're good with our SMART goals. I
Yep.
still don't know when you're opening, Marguerite. When are
Yep.
you when are you starting your business? So you're going to do the CPR instructor course this month. When do you expect to actually be teaching classes for a fee?
You say the location? Oh,
Because you can be mobile starting off. You can start off by just going to different daycare centers and teaching CPR. I wouldn't recommend you do CPR and
that's
CNA,
fine.
start them both at the same time because CNA is going to require that you actually have a facility with medical beds and expensive equipment. So
Mhm.
when do you anticipate on teaching your first CPR instructor, excuse me, your CPR classes?
Next month. Next month.
Next month. Okay. Have you researched the price of the equipment?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm holding you to that. Next month, November 31st,
Yeah.
Marguerite should have
Yes.
taught one
Mhm.
class and she charged people. This wasn't a free class. This is one where you're charging people.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Is your next page your
Um,
unicorn? Oh, go ahead.
Excuse me. For the CPR instructor, I will take it with you. Okay?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. Remember, I'm not as nice, but I'm really stern. But when you leave me, you're going to be so far above other instructors until you would have a really good footing. My job is to not train people who remain under me. Like
Yes.
it's a hierarchy. So technically I'm still going to be the lead, but I need for you to be like Miss Jackie. You want to be independent in your own city, running your own thing, making your own TikTok videos, yawning on camera. You want to be like Miss Jackie.
Yes.
And so we train people who train people. Okay. So who knows, in the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to be the person on camera training people in Haiti and encouraging them to open up their own businesses, or teach them how to go from Haiti to taking the NCLEX in the US and actually passing, and bringing that knowledge over so they can be working in the United States. And so there are so many opportunities for you. And I'm so glad you found us. Marguerite, how did you find us? Because you went to a whole different program. How did you find us?
Um, um, can you retake the question, please?
Yes. How did you find out about Florida Training Academy? How did you find out about our
Oh,
business
okay.
development?
Okay. When I study for my CNA exam, okay, I follow your videos, okay, to
Thank you.
prepare my exam. Okay. But
Thank you.
about YouTube, I see Florida Training Academy.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much. And so again, I wanted to show you the power of giving away free knowledge. So you could be giving free knowledge back to, the Haitian community, Haitians speaking
Mm,
French Creole. And
Creole.
that's going to help you build up your audience so that whenever you do have your training facility, you would have, again, we don't have a Black business. We don't have a Haitian business. We have a business. We want everybody who comes in to feel comfortable. My only request of you is, once you are teaching those within your community, require them to speak English in the class, because when they go to take their test, they have to communicate with the nurse who's going to be speaking English.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
All right, so what are your unicorn traits? Oh my God. We're almost to the end, and we get to take a quick break, and we turn off the camera, and then we do a deep dive. Oh, so the next was partnerships. Is that what you have
Partnerships.
there? Okay. Well, Miss Blessed Lady, with the free training location and the access to the camera equipment, the partnership you have right now, that is phenomenal. So you make sure that just if you haven't done it this week, just thank them again. But
Mm.
can you at least think about two more partnerships? And so for you, Marguerite, a partnership opportunity could be maybe your local church. Maybe there is a Haitian nurse organization here. I want you to be thinking about who you could reach out to not only advertise to, but who would also provide you with some resources, shared knowledge if you needed it. Right? Write it down. I see you looking at me. I see the deer in the headlight. I need you writing it down. Do you have partnerships? Write them down. Who can you partner with? People who collaborate instead of compete go further.
Yes.
All right, so let me tell you about one of my newest partnerships. And it was, I never attend networking events because I'm always busy. And sometimes when you attend networking events, they're kind of expensive. And I don't need to meet everybody. I need to meet one or two people who will either refer customers or students back to me. So, long story short, a business partner, she introduced me to another organization, and so the organization would pay for CNA courses, but they have their contract for 2023 or what have you. And so as we were going through our meeting, she said, "Hey, I may not be able to utilize you as our trainer for our clients this year. However, we have students who need work opportunities." And so, by a business partner actually recommending and encouraging me to meet with this other organization, I get an intern for 12 weeks, and that organization pays for the intern. So, partnerships matter, collaborations matter. And I want you to think about those hidden gems. And so, you don't necessarily have to say the name, but maybe like say, like the industry type. Miss Jackie, is there a organization or partnership you want to mention?
Yes, I have. In matter of fact, within the last couple of weeks, two assisted living facility reached out to me about sharing my information with the students or people that come through me. and
Very
then
good.
they would do vice versa. So I'm building a resource book. So that'll be one of the things I can offer job opportunities to those who come through my course. So that's what
Very,
happened the last 2 weeks.
very good. Very promising. All right, Marguerite, let us know about one of your partnerships. Again, you don't have to say the name of the organization. You can just say the industry. Um, who could you contact to help you grow your business? And right now you're muted. Marguerite, you're muted.
Yeah, I don't have the partnership not yet, but I will. Okay, I listen you. Okay, I wait for you to orient me to follow me. How can I get partnerships? Okay.
Okay. So the way you can get partnerships is think about the organizations you're already connected to. And
Okay.
so if it could be if you have kids, it could be the sports, the athletic clubs, because
Mm-hmm.
all of those coaches need CPR. If you have
Okay.
younger kids and they're at daycare,
Mm-hmm.
the daycare centers need CPR. And
Okay.
word of mouth is really important, getting those referrals. And I find that as a business owner, paying customers refer more paying customers. And so
Okay.
it's not that I don't give things away or give away discounted classes, but what you're never going to see me do is give away free classes because generally free classes don't benefit anybody. If they don't put any money towards it, they don't value it as much. And so your partnerships, you have them, you just right now are not in a position to reach out to them because you don't have your CPR instructor certification yet. But
Yeah.
once you have it, tell me an organization or an industry that you can reach out to. So I gave you three. Which one would you utilize?
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
which one would you utilize? You can't say, okay, are you connected to a church or a religious institution?
No. Not
Okay,
yet.
are your kids in school?
No.
So how are you going to get out in the community? What do you do for fun?
Um, I think I think I don't because um my first because this is my first time on business. I think when you start a business, I think you can start it uh, uh, um themselves. I don't know. Okay, you say
Okay,
but
but listen to my question. What do you do for fun? Do you go bowling? I need for you to tell me people outside of your house that you actually connect with.
mm, you say if I contact people on my country on my church, you say
So yes, do you have a church home here in Jacksonville?
yes.
So that would be a partnership. You want to try to partner with your church.
Okay.
So the people who you see most often
Mm-hmm.
right now because you haven't started, those will be partnerships. You probably are already in contact with a nurse or a doctor from Haiti.
Oh,
How much value would you be adding when you let them know that, hey, I'm taking my CPR instructor course? Would you refer people to me once I'm credentialed as an instructor? So you got to start thinking about those partnerships. Otherwise, you're going to be a CPR instructor with a card and equipment and no customers because your first customers may be, word of mouth versus Facebook. Okay. All right. So your unicorn traits. Everybody give me at least one unicorn trait. What makes you unique? Why would someone choose Marguerite instead of Jacqueline? Why would someone choose Jacqueline instead of Marguerite? What are your unicorn traits? Give me one.
Good
What
training.
makes you special, Marguerite?
Oh,
Oh, you can go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Jackie.
um, what makes good training? One on one, I kind of can tune in on someone who struggles and be able to help them meet that need on studying tips to help them be successful.
Very good. I was en route today and I was thinking because one of my videos is like, oh my God, people are going to think I'm so mean. And I'm like, no, I'm not mean. You can't create strong CNAs with weak nurses. You cannot do that. And so when I tell you to do a skill 2 or 3 times, it is because I need to make sure you're doing it right. In classroom is so that you pass your test.
Right.
But in the real world, if you don't understand that the feet must be flat on the floor before you stand someone up to walk them, you're going to injure somebody. So I was thinking about how I appear on camera, but I'm not going to change anything that I do because I think we have too many weak instructors trying to train people. And so some people, I love the fact that my students can actually take constructive criticism. So,
Right.
you know, and I get it all the time because I have higher ups who have to tell me things and I can't give them pushback. It is, you know, I listen to it and I actually work with them in order to improve myself. And so that's what I was thinking about today. We can't have weak instructors training students because that's how we end up with this poor quality of
Okay.
caregivers that we're currently
Absolutely.
seeing. Okay. And so what's your unicorn trait, please, Miss Marguerite?
Um, my contact, you
No,
say?
what makes you unique?
Okay, okay.
What makes you different? What sets you apart from your
Oh,
competitors?
okay. I can. I the training I give, I put my knowledge, okay, to give the better of me, okay?
Okay. Say
Okay.
that in French Creole.
You say?
Repeat what you just said, but in French Creole.
Yo, you understand French and Creole?
Yes, ma'am. I want to hear it in French Creole
Okay.
because that's actually a unicorn trait.
Ok. Je dis que je pourrais mettre, je pourrais faire, ok, le mieux de moi-même, ok, le meilleur pour donner ce qui est bon, ok,
Okay.
au, yep. You understand me? You
Oh,
understand?
what I want you to start speaking English in front of a mirror. Or either speak English and have your camera recording so you can see yourself. Because as
Okay,
confident as you are speaking French Creole, I need you that much more confident in speaking English. Because when you take your NCLEX, usually people who are from a different culture or different country, they have
mhm.
a harder time passing NCLEX. So the same advice I was telling you to give your students about only speaking English in the class, when you're home, I need you to watch less of your French Creole TV shows, etc. I'm calling you out. I need you to watch more English because I need you confident in speaking English before you start training people, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Everybody, take a 5 minute break. The recording is going to be off, and when we get back, we have about 45 minutes left. We're going to be doing our deep dive. All right,
Okay,
everybody. I'll see
okay.
you in a few moments.